Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500 with Elliott Wave Theory. A couple of advertisements here at the start. I finally completed the Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course, so if you want to master the RSI and want to learn how it can be utilized properly with Elliott Wave Theory, check out the course on Udemy. I've also founded Countertrend Capital with these guys over here, so if you are looking for signal service and more education, check us out here on countertrendcapital.com. And lastly, if you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the charts next. So here we are on 1 hour time frame, and today we're going to be focusing on this more recent structure over here. Again, the premise for this one has been that either we had this as some kind of three wave coming up, or the main idea or both of these are the main ideas, where this is the first structure and we are creating a second structure here and then looking to get a pardon leg afterwards. But again, both of those are really good looking, and check out the previous videos if you want to be seeing the reasons why and how I'm labeling those. But here, today we're going to again be focusing on more of this local structure over here. And we were talking about this possibility before, where we had this as a potential 1-2, another 1-2. Again, the issues was already prevalent here, where we saw that wave 1 here of lower degree of submicro 1 was larger than wave 1 here. Also, the diagonal that we have to be labeling here is very ugly, but again, we can label it there. Now, after having this as a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, we're in the position where, okay, we have to be thinking that, is this a wave 4 already? Well, this looks very much like a far-away move. However, of course, it can be labeled in 3, where this would be an A, B, and then C, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's nothing really saying that we can't have that. Again, based on the extensions only that we have, we can see that we are still within the extension targets that are more bearish. If we wanted to be more bullish, where this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we wanted to see that 1.618. But again, this is not a, it's not always going to be that exact, and sometimes these are just going to be things that happen. However, we did get divergences here, even on 1 hour time frame. So again, there is a chance that this was a far-away move. Again, for this count, this impulsive wave count, we need to be adjusting this into being a 3 wave. Now, another issue with this count, which is the impulse count coming down, is that we went well beyond the 0.618. We almost tagged the golden pocket off of this third wave here, which is definitely not something that you want to be seeing. That is just something that does not really happen on impulse moves. That's why I don't really like this at all. Now, there was other talks about these structures being a 3-way structures, which can be fit into these diagonals, where we had 3s and 3s like that. And this is one way of looking at it. Let's hide that for now. Where all of these again are 3 ways. The issue that I had previously was that we did not have overlap between the 4th and 1st here. This would be 3, 3, and then 3, something like that. The other diagonal is assuming that we end the diagonal at these lows instead of these lows. Again, if this indeed is a diagonal that is starting something new, it would be a wave 1 or wave A. Again, we don't know of that yet. Either of them or both of them actually work relatively well on the higher time frame. But this is again one of the ways where we can have this as a far-away structure coming up. Again, the divergence there, and we would be having this as an end of something. A far-away structure ending a structure. So again, at that point, we would have it like this: A, B, and then far wave in C. That looks decent. The extension here is 2-to-1 is quite extreme, which is again not the best look. However, again, it is still viable. I allow it all the way to the 2.618. But again, going beyond the 1.618 makes it less likely. The B wave here did get to the expanded B pocket, after which again we took a long from here. It was a different setup, however, again we were expecting a pump. Not this large of a pump, but again we did get that pump very well. I got subbed out the long here after we came down, and as we did not get a continuation to the upside. So again, we did create or get all of this basically here. So it was decent structure there and decent trade. Now afterwards, we have had quite a impulse wave down, but we'll talk about that in this next scenario. Again, this is very similar to the other diagonal, but in this one we would have the diagonal end at these lows here. If we are zooming in, again we would have this as a 5-way structure, and at this point, as we ended a structure at these lows here with this wave A, we would have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into an A wave, which would be again a start of something, not like the other count where we had this 5 wave as a start of something. Now there is a couple of issues with this. First one is this structure over here. Let's go into smaller time frame to see them. So here we can see that I've labeled this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The third wave did hit the 1.618. The fifth wave did hit the 2.236. These are the perfect targets that we are seeking for a non-extended thirds and fifths. So again, that looks very decent as it is. However, if we are just zooming out and looking at the other count, where this would be a wave 2, we would be expecting a wave 1 of C or wave 1 of third coming down. So at this point, if we are just not looking at the substructures here, we can see that this looks very decent as a structure like that as well. And we definitely can be creating a more of a divergence here as well if we take out these current lows. So again, both of these are very valid. However, for the sake of this count, I really want this to be done. And now we should be consolidating for that B wave. Why? Is because again, if we are taking out one more low and we would get a comparative leg for this wave 1, let's say from the current highs that we have here, we come down all the way here. And at some point, we would need a C wave come down as well. And for that to happen, we would have to retrace quite high to be able to hold this low here. Because again, if this is a start of something, we can't go below the invalidation here. As this is a 5 wave, anything that starts with 5 can't take out its low. So again, if this is again a 5 wave, we need to have it do something like that. But again, as this leg here is getting longer, if we are taking out the lows, we need to have this B retrace higher. So again, the lower the B retraces, or the shorter amount it retraces, the less likely this count is going to be, and more likely the other count is going to be. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Again, as this is some kind of very fast V shape, there is again only so few options that we can have, and this is again giving us sense where we are on the markets, again giving us more information that we previously didn't have. So again, all of these 5-way moves are again very nice to see on the markets after this kind of chop that we had. These are again very hard to read, some of these, but again, I definitely like to see these structures once in a while to give us some kind of structure that we can build our accounts around. But yeah, that is that. These are the two counts that I'm mainly focusing at the moment. Again, I'm in this short that we had here. This was based on the previous structure, but again, we did have this impulsive structure to the downside here. I was looking for a potential reversal on Russell, of which again, William, I think, linked on the Discord, a very nice count he had, which was including this this kind of a diagonal. Let's see if I can find that here. RTY, this one here, and this again looks very nice. This ABC inside here looks decent. This was something that I wanted to get back on, but it looks like it has potentially already completed a potential 5 wave here. It's not very good looking overall if we think this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The wave 1 compared to that last leg downwards is not really there. However, we are getting these divergences. So if we are getting another low here, we want to be knowing that. Let's get rid of log. But yeah, this is again one of those that are really decent looking as well. The retracement for that wave 2 was not that large. I think it was like almost 0.5, let's see. Almost 0.5, yeah. Beyond the 38.2 anyway. But yeah, those are the things that I'm going to see here. If we are going to get any kind of trade setups, again, those are going to be probably shown on the CTC Discord as trade signals anyway. But yeah, again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. And again, if you want to educate yourself, check out Patreon, check out the course on Udemy, and of course, for the signals, check out CTC Discord. All the links for these are on the description below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Bye bye.